Bulls got the Warriors tonight. Here's 5 keys to victory. Key number 1, pray Steph Curry has an off night. So the Warriors, man, they're in an interesting position. Right now, they're on the outside looking in. They're the 11th seed, and that might seem out of the ordinary because they're still thought of as a contender. But if you really look at the history since the NBA started doing the play-in tournament, I think the Warriors, they've been in it, 3 or 4 times now? I know 2 of those times were against the Lakers, and people built it up as LeBron versus Steph, and neither of those games really lived up. But the Warriors, outside of their magical title run a couple years ago, they haven't been that good for the last 5 or 6 years. So I'm not really that shocked that they're this bad. They had a hot start this year, then Buddy Hield became Buddy Hield. Kyle Anderson stopped hitting his threes. Health became an issue. You know, they regressed back to the mean. They regressed back to what we've seen them be, and they're just not that good of a basketball team. So luckily for them, they still got Steph Curry. He's 36 years old, but he's still hitting 40% of his threes, and he's taking 11 of them things a night. So when Curry's hot, they're a very hard team to handle. And the Bulls, man, our defense is horrible, especially on the perimeter. So could very well be a night that Steph Curry gets a 50 bomb. I would not be shocked at all if Steph Curry dropped 50 tonight. So the Bulls, we just got to pray that he has an off night. Key number 2, feed Nikola Vucevic. So Vooch to the Warriors. It's been a constant rumor for the last 2 months now. Reportedly, the Warriors don't want to give up a first-round pick. The Bulls don't want to settle for just a second-round pick. I don't know, man. I don't know what the Bulls should do. Should they trade him for a second-round pick? Should they hold on to him, make a play-in run? Who knows? The Sixers are such a fucking mess right now. Joel Embiid's probably not going to play again this season. That's just my bold prediction. I know they did the reevaluate in a week thing, but that's not a great sign when a dude tries to work out and his knee swells up and they got to reevaluate. Never a good sign. So who knows if the Sixers are ever going to catch the Bulls? They're 3 games behind right now. So who knows what the Bulls should do? But either way, this should be a showcase game for Nikola Vucevic. The reason that rumor is so persistent is because the Warriors need help down low. Trace Davis Jackson, did I get that right? Trace Davis Jackson or Jackson Davis, one of the two. He's not being that good this year after a promising rookie year. Kevon Looney, ever since that finals run, he's really kind of been a bust. They're hurting for help down low. So this is a game that Vooch should dominate. And it's a game where the Bulls can showcase it and be like, look, Golden State, if you want this guy, it's going to take a first-round pick to get him, or it's going to take 3 or 4 second-round picks to get him. Pump his value up. And speaking of trades, key number 3, Zach LaVine needs to be aggressive. So the Warriors, we're talking about trades with them. Zach LaVine is still a theoretical possibility for him. It's not going to happen. The Warriors literally could have had him this offseason for free. It would have been, what would it have been, like Chris Paul's contract and some salary filler. I don't even think a pick was going back. And the Warriors reportedly said no because they didn't want to commit to that long-term salary. The way Zach LaVine's playing now, I'm sure they regret that. So Zach LaVine, you can use that as motivation tonight. Either way, there's 2 weeks left to trade deadline. I don't think the Bulls are going to make any trades. Everybody's saying, well, this is the year they got to make a trade. They got to do it. We said the same thing at the 23 deadline. We said the same thing at the 24 deadline. They ain't do shit. They're not going to do shit, guys. That's not their MO. So if Zach LaVine did want to get traded, though, the next 2 weeks, man, you got to come out. You got to ball out. You got to show these teams that, hey, man, I'm a valuable asset in this league. I can take your team to the next level. Come get me. Come pay a price. Come get me. So we need aggressive Zach LaVine tonight. Key number 4, Josh Giddey. Josh Giddey has had a rough January, but he was damn good against the Clippers. Damn near triple-double. What do you have, like 18, 10, and 9? He was good against the Clippers, and that's what we need. We need that type of Josh Giddey. Whether you like the trade or not, the trade happened. Alex Caruso is gone. Josh Giddey is here. He's going to be here for the foreseeable future. They're going to pay him this offseason. They did not make that trade just to let him walk at the end of the year. So if you're truly a Bulls fan, regardless how you feel about that trade, you need to hope that Josh Giddey turns out to be good. And the best way for Josh Giddey to turn out to be good is for him to play like he did against the Clippers the other night. Stop settling for threes. Stop looking for threes. Get to your spots. Get in the paint. Find mismatches. Find opportunities for your teammates. Open up those passing lanes. I don't need to see Josh Giddey shooting threes. Everybody's so concerned about his three-point shot, and every time he takes a shot, they're like, well, that keeps the defense honest. No, the fuck it doesn't. He can't make threes. Defenses are going to keep letting him shoot with that busted-ass shot for him. Stop worrying about the threes. Don't be that guy. Find your spots. Do what you're good at. Maximize your talents. And finally, key number 5, please play Modest Buzelis, man. Play the kid. Any competent organization, any competent coach would find 15 to 20 minutes for him. And I don't care that he's a rookie. There's people who are like, well, he hasn't earned his minutes yet. I don't know what the kid needs to do to earn his minutes, guys. It's not like there's anybody that's that great in front of him. And when he's out there, you notice him. His stats, his shot might not be great, But when he's out there, he's playing with energy. He's playing with effort. Two things that this team severely lacks. He plays with heart. He attacks the offensive glass. He runs the rim. He cuts off ball. He blocks shots. What more does a kid need to do? Any competent head coach, regardless of his status, regardless of how you feel about young players, even Tom Thibodeau would find minutes for this kid. So the Bulls, please play him. And if you want to make the game easier for him, play him with Lonzo Ball. So those are my 5 keys to victory. We'll see what the Bulls do tonight. It's another late game on that West Coast trip, 9 o'clock start time. You guys let me know in the comments what you think, if you think I missed any keys to victory.